Hey everybody, I am the MoeChicken. Welcome to my stream. I have returned. Hooray! Recovering from your colonoscopy. Oh geez, that doesn't sound fun. I had one of those once. Well, you know, I was gonna say it was awful, but I slept really well, so can't complain too much. Wait, have I only ever had an endoscopy? I may have never had a colonoscopy. I may have only ever had an endoscopy. Anyway, I hope that you enjoy this. Yes, I am back. I had been gone for 2 weeks. I had a very long and strange vacation that I will undoubtedly talk about. I also got COVID when I got back from my vacation, so we're trying something a little easy today, just to kind of like smooth things out and make sure that's not too bad. So I'm just gonna be playing Kirby Superstar because I like Kirby, and it's a game I can kind of just put my mind on autopilot for, so it shouldn't be too strenuous. But yeah, I have things to talk about, so let's go ahead and get into it. Alright. Eden, since you are here, can you let me know if there's any issues with the audio or anything like that? That will be helpful. Kirby Superstar. Blue. Alright, so I guess if anyone out there, excuse me, if anyone out there is not familiar, Kirby Superstar is a sound perfect. Oh, well, thank you very much. It's kind of a fun Kirby game. This was actually the first Kirby game I ever played. And what's different about this one from other Kirby games is that it's like broken up into a series of like, they described that like the cartridge says something like how many is it? 10 games in one? It says like some X number of games in one. And that was their way of saying that like the game is broke up into sections. But anyway, so you can kind of start from the start. You have Spring Breeze, which is the easiest one, Dynablade, which is a little bit harder, Gourmet Race, which is different, and the Great Cave Offensive, which is what we're going to be playing. You also have like mini games like Megaton Punch and Samurai Kirby. And I can play some more of this if people are interested in seeing it, but I love this game. Kirby Superstar, the game just froze. So that's great. Maybe try again? Oy vey. Kirby Superstar is a very functional game that never breaks. Hang on, let me get Q-tips. Hey, Cornfed. Doggone it. I just got back. System, can't you be nice? I mean, to this cartridge's credit, I almost wish I could show y'all a picture. I might put a picture of this on the Discord later on. I'll switch back to this, I guess. My poor Kirby Superstar copy it's been through the ringer. It's held together with electrical tape. It's faded. The screws don't fit into it anymore. It's had the battery changed. Like it's it's got a battery back memory, as many games did. The battery has been changed numerous times because, first of all, I love this game. I thought it was super great. It was one of the first games I ever bought with my own money. Not the first. I believe the first game I bought with my own money was Super Mario Kart, if I remember correctly. But it was a game that I bought with my money, and so I was very fond of it as a result. But in particular, a friend of mine as a child, a guy named Ben, and his little brother really, really, really loved it. And I was, willing to let loan games out when I was a kid. And so I was like, well, y'all can just borrow it. And they just borrowed it over and over and over again. To the point where Ben actually learned how to solder so that he could replace the battery when it ran out of juice. So this cartridge doesn't even have the original battery in it. It's like, I think it's on its third battery. And that's also why it's held together with electrical tape, is because he had to open it up so many times that the screws got threaded. So it's just held together with tape. So if this game doesn't work perfectly, you know why. Come on. Hopefully it'll work there. I do want to see it. Hello, Jimmy. And yes, of course we're having technical difficulties. It's one of my streams. Why would I not have technical difficulties? I also can't get my iPad working with my my Twitch chat, so I have to keep turning my head. Why can't I do that? I should be able to do that. Hey, do that. Blah, 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 blah. No, I don't want to block myself. It said, do you want to block yourself? No, I don't. How do I see all activity? There we go. Oy vey. All right, go. Game work? Game work? Game work? Game not work. Go again. Come on. It's working now. It just, when I tried to open up the creator dashboard, it didn't work. What the heck, man? Well, we might not be playing Kirby Superstar. I want to. I want to. Oh yeah, Jimmy, you've been sick recently. Are you feeling any better? Scratchy throat, but otherwise fine. That's good. I hope that whatever you needed to have that procedure for, Eden, isn't anything serious. You need not explain considering the nature of the procedure, but, you know, I hope you're doing okay. Let's play the game. Game work. Yay. Just routine? Okay, good deal. Alright, Great Cave Offensive. Let's just get into the game as quick as we can. The Great Offensive Cave! Show me the opening sequence. Here's Kirby, walking along with his silly hat, doodly-doo. Oh no, he Wile E. Coyotes! Oh! And then the Great Offensive Cave appears above him, and that's him, I guess. Let's go! Is this your first time playing Kitten? No, but I'll let you see the intro anyway. Find treasures throughout the cave. It's fun and exciting. Must find as many hidden treasures as you can. If you find a treasure, move Kirby to it and press up. Gold medal obtained! 10,000 G. Oh, the game glitched out there for a second. Push X to see the treasures you found. Oh. Also, apologies if I cough or have to clear my throat a lot. Still sick, but hopefully I'm getting over it. Whip obtained. There are a total of 60 treasures. How many can you find? Let's see. Oh, hello. Whoops. So yeah. What should I say about Kirby Superstar? I love it. It's such a fundamental part of my life, and in particular, this is my favorite of the mini games on Kirby Superstar, because I just loved finding the treasure. I'm gonna eat this guy, and now I'm gonna fight. So cool. Like this was the game that introduced the idea of Kirby having gold medal obtained, like wearing hats when he transforms, which is awesome. It added like a ton more moves. Like in the original Kirby's Dream Land, when you got a power, you basically only got like one thing you could do with it. But in this game, like you have a ton of moves you can do with like every ability. It's awesome. It's so cool. I'm sure streaming helps with recovery. Oh, of course. I mean, truth be told, I shouldn't gold coin obtained. I shouldn't complain too much. I really did get a pretty mild case, all told. Like I went to see my doctor today, and he was like, "Do you want to go on like Paxlovid or anything?" And I said, "I don't know. What will it do for me?" He said, "Well, it'll do this, this, and this." And I said, "I don't really feel like I need it at this point. I don't feel that bad. I just kind of feel like I got a cold now, which is good. You know, knock on wood, nothing gets worse. But what's it talking about? Whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I'm doing okay, and I'm excited to be playing Kirby. I'm curious if there's anyone out there who has not played, like, first of all, a Kirby game, and then second of all, this Kirby game. Because if I was going to recommend you playing a Kirby game, I would recommend playing this Kirby game. This is the best one. You know, I will say this much. There's only one thing about this Kirby game that I don't like, and that's you can't throw away your powers anytime. In order to remove a power from Kirby, you either have to take a lot of damage, or you make a helper. But I don't want a helper. So I always have to just revert my helpers immediately. And I feel bad. Never played this one, but you have played others. You should play this one. This is the good one. I'm Wing! Look at me go! Yes! 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 So cool. I just like finding treasures. I love the idea of just, you know, going into a giant underground cave filled with treasures. Oh, so exciting. Oh, doggone it. When I was a kid, I used to think that the treasure I'm trying to get right now, you could only get if you had a second player. For a long time, actually, I thought that was the case, was that a fair number of the treasures required you to have a second player. But you can actually do this one with just Kirby. I'm just not succeeding at it. Yeah, baby. Nice. Oh, no. Oh. Doggone it. Ugh. Negative. Negative. That's what I used to say when I would block. Negative. This game also has the block, which makes it tremendously easier than other Kirby games. Because like you can just block and reduce a great deal of incoming damage. It's really a pretty easy game, which is probably why I like it. Crystal ball obtained. Well, I'm checking on our treasures. Now you see they give me a total of my current gold amount. Will max out later on because I know where all of the treasures are and I will get all of them because I want all the treasures. I'm a very treasure motivated player, as you know. Yeah, it's good to be back. I knew I wouldn't be able to do anything that was like too strenuous tonight, so I wanted to play this. Plus, I was just kind of wanting to play it in general. Like I was like, man, I haven't played Great Cave Offensive in a long time. Excuse me, Great Offensive Cave. Gotta get it right. Lucky Cat obtained. I want to get rid of this power, though, and get a new power. I want a new power. Give me a new power. There's someone up here? What's up here? No. It's Birdon! Goodbye, Birdon! See, it's like, it makes me feel guilty, because, like, I just want to change my power, but the only way I could do that is by giving birth to a creature and then immediately killing it. It's kind of horrible. And everything in Kirby's so dang cute that, you know, you feel guilty just for hurting them. But whatever. It's cool. I'm Kirby. Hey, hot dog. Oh, I'm so glad so many people have come out to see me. Is there any lore behind Kirby? There's very little about, like, where he came from. I want to say in the, Seiryu's sword obtained. In the cartoon show, he was described as like a space warrior or something that came to Popstar from outer space and then just kind of stayed. But like where he's Screwball obtained, also known as the Screw Attack from Metroid. As for where he came from, outside of from space, we don't really know. He's just kind of a thing. Actually, funny thing about him, I don't know if people know this, he was intended to be a placeholder when he was originally created. Like when they first created Kirby as like Kirby's Adventure for the Game Boy. Ekigo candy obtained. I think that's supposed to be Ichigo candy, like strawberry candy, but I'm not really sure. Ow, frickin' guys. Definitely is the face of a warrior. I know, right? Look at that. Look at that warrior face. Oh, leave that. Yeah, apparently when they were first making the Game Boy game, they used Kirby, who is a relatively like, you know, blob-like character, as like a stand-in, and then they decided they really liked him, and so they kept him, which is a pretty funny idea. But yeah, I don't think there really is a whole lot of lore about him specifically. He likes food, he likes to sleep, and he likes to have fun. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and he's also almost always represented as more aggressive in the American iterations. That was apparently one thing about Kirby, was that, like, whenever they were trying to introduce him to an American audience, the marketing teams were like, Americans won't buy this because he doesn't look aggressive enough. And so all the pictures of Kirby in, like, American marketing tend to have, like, the angry eyes, like the, ooh, I'm angry eyes. Whereas his face in, like, Japanese media is almost always just this little, like, the expression he's wearing right there, where he's just got, like, the wide open eyes and, like, the ooh mouth. He does like to eat people. Yeah, that is also the case. Oh, y'all want to see something fun? Check that out. Oh no, it's a big scary boss. Bye. I always loved doing that. It's the funniest to me. Frickin' Moai head. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Right. It's Waddle. Oh, I don't want to kill Waddle Doo. He's my favorite. We're going to keep Waddle Doo for a little bit. No, no, no. Don't kill him all. Okay, walk over here. I want to get both of them. If you get both of them, you get the combo power. I want the combo power. Yeah, there we go. Oh, crap. Oh, I got invincibility by accident. Okay. I didn't know you could get that, actually. That's awesome. Starstone obtained. I'm super. Whoa. So this is basically the invincibility, like the Starman for Kirby. But I got it by accident, so to speak. What do we got? Beast's Fang obtained. Will y'all be okay with me talking about my trip for a little bit? I want to talk about it. It was really fun. Parts of it were really fun. Is that okay? If it's not okay, I'm still gonna do it. Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you for acknowledging. Yeah, so for people that might not know, I have been on vacation for the past 2 weeks. Well, I say vacation. I was actually working for part of it. Basically, the place where I work at allows you to... I need cutter. It allows you to work remotely if you don't have, like, any in-person meetings, which I seldom do. And so I brought my work along with me, and then I just kind of worked during the week, and then I went on vacation on the weekend. And originally, back when this was first set up with my sister many months ago, I was supposed to go with her and her family on a Disney cruise, a 3-day Disney cruise in January. You might notice from my voice there that maybe that was a suspect decision, but we'll just let it go. Also, bandana obtained. But yeah, we were supposed to go on a 3-day Bahamian cruise on a Disney line, and it was gonna be fun because none of us had ever been on a cruise before. Well, scratch that. My sister's been on a cruise, but none of us had ever been on a Disney cruise, so it was new to everybody. But at the end of last year, a good friend of mine invited me to go with him on a camping trip as well. Once again, in January. So, that's a good idea. Beep. Meep. Oh, we'll make it out. That's something that will always feel very strange about this game. Whenever you get food and you have, like, a partner, you make out with them briefly to heal them. It's just a thing that happens. Anyway, yeah, so a friend of mine invited me to go with him on a camping trip in January. And unfortunately for me, he chose the week before I was supposed to go. The week before I was supposed to go on a $1,400 cruise. So suffice it to say, I didn't want to let my friend down, but but I also definitely felt like I didn't want to get sick, you know, in the woods, in the cold in January. I was like, I don't want to get sick. So that anxiety only increased as the date of departure approached, because what was I saying? Because as I'm sure you all know, there was a weird polar vortex that, wait, hang on, what is this? Possibly stupid question. Does Disney Cruise just mean it's owned by a Disney company, or is it actually Disney themed? Both are true. It is Disney themed and it is owned by the Disney company. And one of the islands we went to was Disney owned as well. So it's very much a floating Disney theme park. But it was a good time. Anyway, we'll get to that. Let me finish lamenting about the camping trip first. Anyway, like I was saying, as I'm sure some of you well know, it was very, 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 very cold in the South. Week before last? Yes, week before last. To the point where it snowed 8 inches in my hometown. My hometown, which has never had more than like 2 inches of snow, if that. So I was freaking out, because now I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be in a tent in the woods, sleeping on the ground in the snow, and then immediately have to get on a boat and try to enjoy myself. Otherwise, $1,400 is down the drain, not counting airfare. I was like, oh geez. So fortunately for me, my friend was very accommodating. Time to make out. So good. And he's like, I expressed my concerns to him, and he said, oh yeah, well, I mean, that's valid. And he's like, if you don't come, I'll just bring my dog. It'll be fine. And so I was like, yep, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be lame. I can't go. And you know, based on the pictures he sent, I'm gonna give it a bit of good time. Apparently, it was a really nice camp spot. It had like a fancy setup. It was described as glamping, and I was like, oh, doggone it, I needed that. Hang on, I gotta come back and get that. So yeah, I mean, I got mild regrets about not going, but I didn't get sick, so I was able to go on the cruise, so that's good. So I didn't get sick, so I was able to go on the cruise so I could get sick on the cruise. Anyway, so instead of going camping, I just kind of spent the whole week with my parents, which is fine. I love hanging out with my parents. They're super cool. We get to watch Murder, She Wrote or Diagnosis Murder every night, which is fun. I like old people shows. So it was a good time. It was a very relaxing time, and I finally made a connection with my parents' cat. She actually briefly sat in my lap for a little bit, and I felt very honored. How do I get that? How do I get that? Alright, you turn into this. So yeah, I hung out with the parents until the day of the cruise. The day of the transition to getting to the cruise worked out just fine. All my flights were fine, worked really well, got to the boat, got on the boat. Boat was beautiful. Again, I've never been on a cruise, so I didn't know what to expect. But it was pretty much everything you think of when you think of cruise. Like, it definitely lived up to the hype of Disney Cruise. Like, everything was themed, everything was taken care of, everyone was very friendly and accommodating. And this is coming from a person, I like Disney. I've been to Disney parks, actually only twice in my life now that I think about it. But I understand that some people are like, oh, it's very fake. It's like, yeah, it's a theme park. Of course it's fake. And this cruise, yeah, it's a theme park. Of course it's fake. So as long as you can get past that hump of like, you know, oh, it's so artificial, and just kind of like enjoy the fact that it's very artificial, I think it's a good time. So first day we got on, my brother-in-law, who kept talking about how weird it was. He's like, I feel like I'm drunk, but I'm not drunk. It's just the ship moving under me. And I agreed. It was sort of like the way you walk when you're drunk, but you were fully aware because you weren't intoxicated at all. And so it just felt strange. Oh, I'm making him fight his own brother. Oh, the tragedy. Give me your treasure. No, he's real. He's real. He's totally real. Just everything around him isn't. Mickey's real. Of course he is. How could he not be? But yeah, it was fun. It was fun walking around on the boat. I really enjoyed sleeping while the boat was rocking. My cabin was awesome, and I had it all to myself. You could watch any Disney movie you wanted for free. Oh, that was the other thing. Everything is free. It was really weird. Like, one of the first things I did was I tried to figure out where I could go to get some food. And I found like a food court area. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just get some food. But I knew I didn't have one of their little like Disney band things, which is how they usually pay for everything in the parks. And so I was like, so I walked up to one of the crew members, and I'm like, hey, I want to buy some food, but I don't have a Disney band. Can I just pay with a credit card? Hey, Darkman, welcome. I saw you were playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth earlier. Hope you're enjoying it, bud. That's a good game. It's a real good game. My poor friend Robo, he's been waiting for it to come out on Steam for ages now. But apparently there's some sort of issue with like NVIDIA graphics cards that just causes nothing to load. He sent me a picture of it. It was just like, it was Zach Fair just kind of like standing in an empty void. I was like, oh no, that's not how that's supposed to look. Hopefully it gets straightened out soon. What else though? Oh yeah, so I walked up later. I was like, hey, I want to buy some food, but can I pay with a credit card? And she just kind of like stared at me. She's like, do you have your room key? And I looked back at her. I'm like, yeah. And I kind of held it up. She's like, oh no, you got everything you need. I was like, what? But this doesn't have any money on it. She's like, yeah, you just show that and you get what you want. And I was like, for free? You can get food with this? Like, I held it up like it was this mysterious object that dispensed food. And she's like, yeah, you just get food at the snack bar. And I was like, oh, I gotta tell you, it was pretty decent food, frankly. I would say that I ate pretty well the whole time, really. It was good food. And so I was just like, oh, it's just free. So that was interesting. And yeah, really liked my cabin. Really liked my cabin a lot. So the second day, we arrived at Nassau in the Bahamas. And Nassau is expensive. Everything in Nassau is really expensive. You should try. I mean, go on a cruise if you get the chance. Like, I can't guarantee they'll all be like the one I did, and the one I did was expensive. So, I mean, I had to pay $1,400 just for the cruise, not even getting into the airfare or transit. But if you got the money and you can save up, yeah, go for it. They're fun. But yeah, we got to Nassau, and unfortunately, it was raining. So super great, tropical paradise in the rain and the cold. I think it was like 60. And so that was good. After a while, though, my poor sister, because it was raining at the beginning of the day, my two nephews were like, we don't want to go anywhere. We just want to hang out in the pool. We hang out on the ship and in the pool. And so they were just like on the ship the whole day. And I was like, well, I'm gonna go to Nassau. So I went into Nassau for a little while, and I bought like too expensive, stuff. I bought some souvenirs that were too expensive, and I bought postcards that were too expensive. I bought I bought postcards. I bought 3 postcards when I first went to Nassau. Note the word first. Note the word first. It will be important. Yeah, I got them postcards, and they had like a place where you could send them, which was cool. So the people I sent them to will get like a Nassau like stamp on them or whatever. Yeah, I did spend that money. Believe me, I spent plenty of it. Too much of it. Anyway, but I had fun. And then I went to this place called the Straw Market, which was kind of cool. It was like, apparently it was some sort of like famous traditional market, you know, take it with a grain of salt. They may just be calling it famous to make people go in, but it was kind of like a how would you describe it? It's sort of like a flea market, like an indoor flea market, but just about everything there was like t-shirts and wooden carvings. And everyone there called me handsome. I really liked that part. Everyone there was like, handsome, come over here. I was like, ooh, handsome. Fortunately, I was wise to their wiles. Truth me obtained. I haven't been saying that. And so I did not spend too much money. I did still spend money, but I didn't spend too much. But I did the polite thank you wave and just moved on and just enjoyed that I was being called handsome. What do I want? I'll get Rocket. I'm gonna shut up because I really like this boss. This boss is super cool. So you see how we're like in an ice world, like a magical ice world? You know what we're gonna fight here? Wait, maybe like an ice golem or a snowman or something like that? No. We're gonna fight Apple Computer. It's a slime. Hey man, he's got HP. 30 damage points given to Slime. Slime tries to escape, but nothing happened. Kirby attacks. Nah, brah. We're friends. I'm Slime too. Kirby takes a time out. Slime attacks. Whoa. Kirby avoids the attack. Kirby attacks. Kirby gets yo-yo ability. Slime trips. Kirby attacks. 32 damage points given to Slime. Slime attacks. Kirby avoids the attack. Slime is defeated. Dancing Doll appears. Kirby attacks. 16 damage points given to Dancing Doll. Dancing Doll's very proud, but nothing happens. Kirby attacks. Kirby holds a hammer. Dancing Doll attacks. Kirby avoids the attack. Kirby attacks. Nah, this guy's got one thing that I want to see. He's got a really funny message sometimes. Dancing Doll's very proud. Kirby attacks. Nah, brah. Bump. 30 damage points given to Dancing Doll. Dancing Doll's dancing, but nothing happens. Kirby attacks. I remember thinking this was just the coolest thing because I had just kind of gotten into like RPGs, and I had an Apple IIe when I was a kid, and so these like windows looked very, very familiar to me. Dancing Doll attacks. Come on, do the funny one. Do the funny one. I want to show the good people the funny one. I got plasma now. There. Dancing Doll trips. That's not the funny one. Do the funny one. Dancing Doll sleeping. That's not the funny one. I'm getting impatient now. Do it. Dancing Doll attacks. Okay, he's not gonna do it. Sometimes it'll say Dancing Doll flipped a nuclear missile switch, but nothing happened. Witch appears. Kirby attacks. 25 damage points given to Witch. Witch attacks. Kirby avoids the attack. 64 damage points given to Witch. Witch retreats. Kirby attacks. Witch is defeated. Kirby defeats all enemies. You earn 249 experience points. You earned 3 tenderness points. You earned 3 greediness points. You earned 2 ambition points. You earned 2 exam score points. You earned 2 honesty points. You earned 2 love points. Awesome! Isn't that a fun boss? I really like that. Being called handsome definitely does help in spinning. Hey, Cyber. Welcome. Straw Market is well known. Oh, okay. I mean, I had no way of knowing, but it was pretty cool. It was just, you know, full of people that were trying to sell you overpriced kitschy goods. So take it for what you will. Anyway, so I eventually, you know, ran out of things to do in Nassau. Or rather, I started to feel uncomfortable because everyone kept trying to steal. Everyone kept trying to get me to spend money, and I felt bad. So I was like, I want to just go home. And so I went back to the boat. And I went back to my room. and I had like the Wi-Fi on the boat. I didn't have Wi-Fi anywhere else. Like my cell phone wasn't set up for Wi-Fi internationally, but it was on the boat. And so if I wanted to do anything internet related, I had to do it on the boat. So when I got back to the boat, I checked in on like my family's family channel on the Signal app, which is like it's just like a chat app on my cell phone. And I mentioned that I'd been to Nassau, and my mom was like, "Oh, you should get postcards." And I said, I'm one step ahead of you. I already got postcards." And then she was like, "Oh yeah, you need to get it from this person. You need to get it for this person, this person, this person, and this person." Nope, that's 4 people. And I bought 3 postcards. So I was like, crap. So I checked the time, and it was like 3 p.m., and I knew everyone had to be back on the boat by 4 p.m. So I got up and ran back down to the gangplank to get to the to get back and get one more postcard. And what was funny too was that the guy in the office, or the guy in the place where I bought the postcard, he recognized me. I assume because my hair looked ridiculous at that point. Come 1.5. No, I'd already mailed them. That was the problem. I sent them from the post office. So he was like, "Oh, hey, you're back. Did you forget something?" I said, "Yeah, I need one more." He was like, "All right." And he like knew I was gonna fill it out there, so he gave me a pin. He said, "You can, I'll ring you up. You can just put it up. You can pay me when you're ready." So he was real nice about it. But I was like, doggone it, if I just bought 4 postcards, like I thought I was being good by buying 3. Like I thought I'd forgot. Like the one of the people that I had bought a postcard for was someone that I was proud of myself for remembering to send a postcard to. And sure enough, as always, my mother thought of things I did not. She's very clever, that one. Very clever mother. Parasol time! So that was Nassau. And then, oh, this was a cool thing. So for each... One thing that's kind of interesting about, like, Disney cruises is that you kind of, like, have a party, I guess you could say. That's what mothers do. That is what mothers do. They think of the things you don't, and then are disappointed when you don't think of them. That's what my mother does. Like, I'm apparently the worst spy in the world because I always try to get information from things because I know my mom will always ask me for information afterward. And then it's never enough. I never got enough information. She's always got some questions that I didn't bother to get intel on. And I'm always like, doggone it, I thought I did good this time. Nope. Never good enough. Bob always wants more. Unicorn horn obtained. Oh yeah, so when you go on a Disney cruise, apparently you create kind of like a party. So in my instance, it was me and my sister's family. So even if you have people that are like in different rooms and have different setups, they can still be in the same party. And what that impacts is each party gets assigned like a specific like server. So we had the same 2 servers for our whole trip. There's these cool guys named Louis and Gianluca. They were our servers, and they were cool guys. And what was it saying? Yeah, party. Right. It was an adventuring party. We went out and fought slimes until we leveled up. Bam! Oh jeez! Freaking guy! He came at me like a bat out of heck. What's up, dude? He's like, I saw you kill my friend. Oh my gosh! That's on every cruise. Okay, well, this is my first cruise. I don't know things. I don't know things, Eden. I don't know stuff. I'm learning. I'm telling it for people that might, like me, might not know. Yeah, for each night of the cruise, you got like a different restaurant. So the first night we had a restaurant called 1923. You've been on 3? Okay, that's fine. I mean, if you're Miss Big knows everything about cruises here, you can just hang out and listen to my ignorance. Well, for me, I'm trying to educate schlubs like myself who haven't been on cruises before. I'm being a goof. Sorry. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so 1923, and it was kind of like it was like an Art Deco themed restaurant is the word I'm looking for. Brain not functioning. I blame COVID. And it was themed around like early Disney animation. Well, no, just kind of Disney animation in general, which was super cool for me because I love Disney animation. I got a steak there. It's a good steak. It's a good steak. All right, turn into this and go. No. Okay. I need his power. Ow, guy. This guy is apparently supposed to be a gorilla. He looks like a dude to me, though. Like a weird dude, but he looks like a more muscular version of the guy from Home Depot. You know the Home Depot guy? I think his name's Homer. That's what this guy looks like. He looks like a big beefy version of the Home Depot guy that wants to kill you with a hammer. Oh boy, am I the most chaotic streamer, just like going from one topic to the next randomly? I'm sorry. I will get back to the food that I was talking about. Yeah, so the first place was 1923. Got a steak there. It's very good. The second place we went, though, was the Marvel Experience. I think is what it was called, something like that. And it had like a little show involving like, it was like an interactive movie where like there were these things on the tables that the Marvel people. Wait a minute. I need this hammer though. I need this hammer, but I need to go down there too. But I need to go down there though. Fudge. I need to go down there though. I'll have to come back. Yeah, they had these like things, little boxes on the table, and like you would they had buttons on them, and at specific points the movie would say, we need you to push the buttons or something will happen. And so we got to like push the buttons and help Captain America and Ant-Man and Captain Marvel and what's her name? What's her name? Kamala Khan? Something? She's a newer Marvel character that I don't know. She's like Indian? Pakistani? Something like that. Anyway, it's not important. But it was fun. It was fun. And the food wasn't good that time. But we did get to have a picture with Spider-Man. Or rather, my sister got to have a picture with Spider-Man, and he just took off. He web slung away and didn't get a picture with me. That was sad. I wanted a picture with Spider-Man. Miss Marvel. So there's a Captain Marvel, and then there's a Miss Marvel? That seems kind of redundant. Are they related? All I remember about her powers is that her power was described as embiggening, which I think is a really funny way to describe enlarging objects. She can embiggen things. All right, I am absolutely not up to date with Marvel stuff. Like, I kind of lost interest around the first Avengers movie. I just didn't care. That's honestly what it comes down to. It became like homework, and I didn't want to. I was like, I don't care. I don't want to do this. I don't want to have to study to watch a movie. Got a turtle shell though. Look at his little hands. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Stopped at that one. I mean, they're very well made movies. They've got huge budgets and they're very successful, but I just don't care, really. That's what it comes down to. So I don't care. But that was the second day, and then the third day we arrived at Castaway Key, which apparently, and I learned this from my brother-in-law. Apparently, there is a difference between a key and an island, and it's based on the size of the structure or the size of the landmass. So a smaller, what I would have called an island, is actually a key. And so Castaway Key, and that's why like the Florida Keys are called that. It's because they're a bunch of little tiny islands that aren't fully islands yet. Eat it, Aikido master. So Castaway Key is the most like Disney Park-esque area. Like obviously Nassau is a regular island. And Castaway Key is actually just completely owned by Disney. Everything there is Disney. So it was very much like a kind of, Disney experience. Not a bad thing, but it is what it is. You just thought somebody just lost their Florida keys. Yeah, they just threw their keys in the water and then islands happened. It was very mysterious. I got a sword though. Can I use that? I was about to say Kirby pulls out a sword like it's something unusual, but there's definitely a sword ability, so yes, Kirby can pull out a sword. Help me, Kirby! Help me, Kirby! It's too small in here! Help! Look at his dumb face! Look at this guy! Look at this guy! Poor guy. He's like, I hate it here. I hate that it's so small here. What was I saying? So, as someone who has never really been that into the beach, the Castaway Key didn't really excite me that much. Kind of hung out, made a well, I was gonna say I made a sandcastle with my nephew. It definitely wasn't a sandcastle. It was. Do y'all know what the Nazca lines are in Peru? Do you know what a geoglyph is? That's basically what we made. We just kind of made like a pattern on the ground of lumps of sand. That's what we made. But it was fun. I was me doing something with my nephew, so I guess it's fine. And then I lost a game of pool to my other nephew. And I was so upset because I was close. It was down to the 8-ball. We both were down to the 8-ball, and he like snaked it out up from under me. I was so mad and proud, but also mad. Ugh, so frustrating. Hate losing at pool. I'm already bad at pool. I don't need to lose at it too. It's a weird way to say that, but what else though? Oh, and then while I was on the Castaway Key though, the best thing, I got to go parasailing, which is really fun. So for those who aren't familiar or maybe don't know the term completely, parasailing is where you get in a speedboat and you sit in this little like harness thing, which is attached by a rope to the back of the boat, and they kind of like let it out slow, and it's got a parachute attached to it. So the parachute fills up with air, parachute power, and then once it's fully open, they let out some line, and they kind of just have you fly like a kite behind the boat, and it's so cool. Like, it's really fun. You're like up there, and it's it's scary, but it's not scary because water's under you if all else fails, and like it's a Disney thing, so it's very safe. And oh man, it was so cool. It was really fun. I might actually put pictures of it on the Discord because my sister got some pictures of me when I was up there. I was originally planning to you can be that. They cut you loose and you fly away. Yeah. That's how I got back. That was my return flight. Way to skip ahead in the story, dude. But what was I saying? Maybe they saying. Doggone it, corn-fed, your joke made me completely forget what I was saying. Oh, whatever. Oh, I didn't talk about the pirate night. There was a pirate night. That's right. The second night was a pirate night, so me and all my relatives dressed up as pirates. Me and all my homies were pirates that night, and it was awesome. It was so fun. I'm gonna fall asleep for a little bit. Hang on, y'all. Hang on. Hang on. I'm awake. Okay, cool. That's about the only way you can get rid of a power without making a helper. Mr. Saturn obtained. Earthbound reference. Time to sleep more. Yeah, there was a pirate night, and so we all dressed up as pirates, and I was very excited about it. But on that third night, let's see, the third night's dinner was Arendelle themed. So Arendelle is the Norwegian country where yes, it was drool. It was drool when he woke up. Definitely. The boy is not clean. Arendelle is the Norwegian country where Frozen takes place. And so it was all Frozen themed stuff. And I had Swedish meatballs. But that was when I was getting my first indications that maybe I have something wrong, because the Swedish meatballs did not go down very well. I was like, I can't finish these, and I don't feel right. And so I was supposed to go to a Disney show of Aladdin, like one of their stage shows, that evening. And so after dinner, I went back and I was like, okay, I'll go take it easy in my room, let my food digest, and now I'll go to the show. Well, time comes by for the show, and I have recognized that I am not feeling well. And so I told my sister, I'm like, look, I'm sorry. Well, no, in my defense, I tried to go. I went all the way down to the place, the theater, where the show was going, because I didn't know if anyone else was going to be there, and I didn't want my sister to have to go to the show alone. Yeah, when I saw that the rest of the family was there, I'm like, okay, I'm going to bug out. I'm going to go back to my room. Because I was sick. I went to sleep immediately. And by the next day, I realized I was very sick. It was quite a harrowing experience to get home while being sick with COVID. Did anyone else get sick? Fortunately, no, actually. My brother-in-law took many injuries during the trip. He got hurt a bunch, but no one else got sick. Traveling while sick was really rough, man. It was so hard. Like, I was nauseated. I felt like weak and like headachy the whole time. Oh, it was so bad. When I got home, I just kind of like opened my suitcase, got out just the things I needed, left the rest of it on the floor, and then immediately went and just fell asleep on the couch. It was so bad. And that was my vacation. I talked about that for a lot longer than I expected to. Thank you for putting up with that. We'll now get back to our regularly scheduled Kirby. Wow, right when I said that, huh? Right when I said we'll get back to our regularly scheduled Kirby, the game breaks. Welcome back, me. Exquisite timing, game. Ah. Did I mention earlier in the stream that my copy of Kirby Superstar is very beat up and has a faulty memory, which causes it to delete the save data routinely? All right, question. Do y'all want to watch more Kirby, or you want me to get another game? Maybe you need a new copy of this game. Yeah, maybe. What's on the SD card? Oh, just the Link to the Past randomizer, huh? Pick a new game. All right, I'll go grab something else. Y'all go on intermission for a bit. I'll be right back. One not held together with chewing. No, it's very precious to me. It's held together with electrical tape, not chewing gum. Wait, what's going on here? Y'all are seeing the game, right? What's going on here? Okay, good. Apparently, I somehow paused the like I usually have like my Twitch page open on my monitor just to kind of monitor things, which clearly works because I didn't notice that I had paused it on the opening screen this entire time. Super good. All right, I'll be back. Hey, I'm back. Sorry about that. I couldn't find a particular game. Like there was one game that I really wanted to play. I couldn't figure out where it was. I always love the dancing emotes. Makes me happy. Makes me happy. All right. Kirby Superstar. Might have to get them to fix the battery again. I got 3 games here. Probably won't play all 3 of them, but I have options. They're all kind of low impact games. I'll tell you one thing that I played a whole heck of a lot of on my trip, unexpectedly, frankly. Super Solitaire. Like, I played so much Super Solitaire, like specifically the Super Nintendo version of Solitaire. I played a ton of it. It's a really good cartridge. Like, it's got, you know, standard it's got standard Solitaire on there, but it's also got like a ton of other versions like Free Cell and Golf and like Cruel and Aces Up and like all these like other card games that I wasn't familiar with. And actually this is a fun thing too. So the game was originally created, I think it was created in like, I think it was a European creation or Canadian, something like that. But it started off in the West and then was released in Japan afterward. And sorry, my nose is giving me fits right now. Okay. And apparently the people who brought it to Japan decided it needed more anime girls. And so it went from being like a very straightforward, just like card themed game to like all of its like anime girl cards. And to their credit, it's not trashy. It's just kind of like the anime girls for no reason. It's very silly. I would actually recommend looking it up if you want to check out that who published it? Ooh. No, I don't know. The PAL one was Laserbeam and the American one was Extreme Entertainment. It wasn't IRIM, was it? It may have been IRIM. But it was the game is called Super Solitaire and the Japanese version is called Trump Island, like a suit of cards Trump. Not a very fun name nowadays, but Nintendo. So this is Super Pinball Behind the Mask. This is the most uncomfortable and like weirdly threatening pinball game I've ever played. There's something about this game that feels like it's a creepypasta. Like, look at this. It's all like red font. Conquest, no one can beat you. Yeah, sure, that one. And now the slot machine or the pinball machine is gonna talk to me. The Jolly Joker. I'm the Jolly Joker. Let's begin. Forbidden Door. Get ready. Get ready. I mean, other than that, it's just a fun pinball game. But it's upsetting. Have you ever played this particular pinball game? I don't know why this game like off-puts me so much, but it's just really off-putting. It looks like an indie horror game, right? There's something about it that feels sinister, like it's gonna hurt you or something. But I don't think it does. It just feels evil somehow. I don't know why it feels so evil. Suffice to say, I'm not very good at pinball. As much as I love pinball, I mean, I even had a whole series on pinball games. I've never been good at it. I just think it's a fascinating game. I think it's super fun. I like the music though. It's very relaxing. That's another thing that's nice about Super Solitaire is that it's got really good music. Like it's only actually got I think like 3 songs in it, but all 3 songs are really good. So there you go. What are y'all's thoughts on pinball? You like pinball? I know those who attended MoeCon, you know, we all got to go to pinball. You actually have this game? Really? That's amazing. Didn't you say that you got your Super Nintendo from your grandmother? Does that mean that your grandmother had this game? That makes it feel even more cursed, Jimmy. That makes it feel even more cursed. Oh, no, not because there's anything wrong with your grandma, but just the idea of a game like this being passed down from like, oh, she didn't have it. Okay. Oh, that was gonna be a good urban legend, Jimmy. I found this in my grandmother's attic. I don't know what it is, but something about it, man, feels strange. Feels like there's something going on with this cartridge. I started playing it, and now I'm seeing red lights everywhere. It just feels evil for some reason, and I love that. I don't know why they made this game feel so strange and sinister. Yeah, you got a cool granny with her Super Nintendo. That's awesome. My grandma didn't have a Super Nintendo. She did have this cool set of blocks, though, that I played with when I was a kid. I really like those blocks. They're good blocks. We're all gonna die pinball-related deaths tonight. No, that's cool, bro. You just have to show the stream to somebody else. Just show it to someone else and have them subscribe, and then you'll be fine. Yes, my plan is working perfectly.
Get ready. I'm the Jolly Joker. I'm gonna freaking kill you.
It's Final Destination, but with pinball. Every death involves pinball. But it's not like things that are like a giant metal ball doesn't show up. It's just people dying specifically at pinball tables. Like they'll come back to their apartment, and for some reason there's a pinball table in their apartment, and they'll be like, "Oh,
get ready."
I didn't beat the Jolly Joker. What a pity. Come back later.
Try again.
Super Pinball behind the mask. No, I don't. No, Jolly Joker, freaking guy. No, get out of here. I want to play one of the other games. Yeah, not really designed to be beaten. So we got Jolly Joker, Blackbeard and the Iron Men, or Wizard. Check out Blackbeard and the Iron Men. Or the game will break again. That can also happen. Womp, 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 womp. Sure, you can beat the wizard mode. There's a wizard mode on pinball machines? That's cool. What does that even mean?
Get ready.
Look at the guy on the left. He's very silly. Oh, look at that silly skull in the middle. Oh, and now it's skulls. That's not as off-putting as what it was before. Scary masks? Oh no, it's just skulls. Listen how cool this song is. Unrelated, did y'all happen to notice that that gun that they just showed was a Colt revolver? You know, something that wasn't what pirates used. Pirates famously used like flintlock pistols, and that wasn't invented until like the Civil War. Like, we just need a gun. We just need a gun. Whoa. What would you say is your favorite pinball game? It's my favorite pinball game for that matter. Probably, does Sonic Spinball count? Sonic Spinball would be my favorite if it counts. I really like Sonic Spinball. Blackbeard's Treasure House. Nice. Blackbeard had 380,000 points in there. He's like, Captain, we found Blackbeard's treasure. Oy, and what is it? It's just a little slip of paper that says 380,000 points, sir. There's no gold or anything? No, do you know of a Chuck E. Cheese where we can exchange this? Million drops. I don't know what that means. Million drops. Million drops. They're just going. Look at them go. Million drops. Let's just go. What does that mean? Million drops. Captain, we found some more. 560,000 this time. We might get this boombox yet. The drop oh, the little the panels in the middle. Okay. I didn't know I didn't know those had a name. Or rather, I didn't know their name was drops. I called them. I usually called them like panels or switches or flags or something. Oh, it's probably trying to spell Jolly Roger now that I think about it. I'm doing much better on this one. Actually, you know, there was some pinball game that I played. I actually think I played it on my own series. That I mean, I guess I could. I guess it's an easy problem to solve, not being able to remember what it's called, considering I can just go watch the episode that it's from. But it was like it was a collection of like vintage pinball boards. I really liked it. Oh my gosh. Oh. Yeah. Uh-oh. Multi-ball. Oh, I love multi-ball. Yes. Give me that multi-ball. Oh, it's so much fun. Yes. The chaos. Oh. Wow. Did you enjoy the chaos? Immediately loses the multi-ball. No, I lost it again immediately. Doggone. Go dang. Oh, it's back. Good. No, I missed it again. No. Oh my gosh. Your favorite by time played is the one that came with Windows? Space Cadet. Yeah, that's a good one. I played that one a lot too. You know, the funny thing about that particular pinball game, 3D pinball Space Cadet, is that as much as everyone knew about Space Cadet, people would always, like, I always heard these legends that there were like two other ones, like a fantasy themed one, I think, and one that was like, I don't remember what the other one was, maybe city themed. I'm not really sure. That were supposedly available with like some other version of Windows or something. Kickback enable. Okay. But I've never seen any actual evidence of that being the case. There's a pack of 4 or something. Have you seen it before, Hot Dog? I've never seen any evidence of it. I've heard of it. Like it's like an urban legend to me, but I don't think that I've ever actually seen any of those other games. Okay. Did LGR do a video on it? That's that Colt revolver again. Answer my favorite pinball machine, Whirlwind. Okay, tell me a little bit about it. What is it, like a retro? Is it like it's an actual pinball machine, I suppose, rather than like a game? Well, I guess pinball machine is also a game, but I mean, rather than like a something that is uniquely a video game. Captain, there was a million points in there. First mate, what can we even do with 1 million points? We might be able to get the giant novelty sunglasses, sir. Doggone it.
Wanna try again?
Won't try again? No. Won't play wizard. It's an actual pinball machine made by Williams in 1990. Oh, okay. Do wizard now.
Get ready.
This is something that actually kind of bugs me. I feel like they cheaped out. Like, they have like one of these skill shots that's unique for the Jolly Joker, and then the other two use the same one. They couldn't come up with some idea for like a wizard that they had to use skulls again. I don't know. It just feels cheap. Wish they would have come up with something. Limbo. I just had to share this with y'all because this game is just so bizarre to me. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know where I got this game from. Uh oh. Maybe we will all die pinball-related deaths tonight. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe before you die. Get my SEO up before you die. Thanks. Wink. I remember in Silicon or Space Station Silicon Valley, there was a level called Pinball Blizzard, in which you played as a penguin in a blizzard. It had nothing to do with pinball. But I remember I liked that name, Pinball Blizzard. Oh, it was clever. That is all. I hope you enjoyed my TED Talk. Please tell your friends. Buy my book. Talking about this one time I played a game with a level Wizard! Welcome to Wizard's Amusement Park. Oh, is that what this is? Multi-ball. I want to keep them in play for longer than 2 seconds. Oh my gosh. The timing. Bump, bump. Yeah, you know, I think probably what it comes down to is that like in terms of like my favorite pinball games, it's probably going to be a video game pinball game, just because growing up I didn't really have any pinball machines like anywhere near me, so I didn't get used to the idea of playing physical boards. And so when I think of pinball, I think of something like Sonic Spinball, like, you know, pinball games where there's like multiple boards and like, you know, multiple like setting areas, kind of like the original NES pinball, same sort of thing. Which is super fun, by the way. That's a good one. Rollerball's good too, actually. What are those things in the front? Are those like strings attached to him, or are those his hands, or what is that? How do you grow that mustache? It's a good looking mustache. Enigma, a game of skill. 2 million. 2 million points is not nearly what you need to beat the first level. I want to say that to beat the Jolly Joker in the first level of Conquest, you have to get like 250 million or something like that. I think that's the low bar they give you. They're pasties and tassels. Yeah, all right. It's as good an answer as any. Whoa. Don't know how that happened, but I'll take it. So, which of the three boards do you think that, or three machines do you like the best? I actually think the Iron Man is my favorite one. And I would have said that this is my least favorite one. But I'm doing pretty good at it, so I don't know. Well, womp 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 womp.
Get ready.
Joker, Wizard, and Blackbeard in that order. Oh, okay. Blackbeard's the best, but okay. Can I ask y'all to make an arbitrary decision? Since once I lose this life, I'm probably just gonna we're gonna stop with this. Y'all decide on game 1 or game 2. Somebody say game 1 or game 2, because when we finish this one, there's still gonna be more stream. Doggone it. 1? Okay. Oh no, but there are more 2s now. Everybody says game 2. All right, game 2 it is. That's democracy. I love game 2. I was not paying attention. Okay, well, we're gonna moving on to game 2. Sounds like they're digitized voices. Emergency, 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 emergency. Enemy fighters, prepare for launch.
Wanna try again?
All right, cool. Next game. So, game 2, as it were. Let's see if it's clean enough. Watch it be Star Fox. It is not Star Fox. Used to have Ultimate Pinball on your 90s Mac? I don't know Ultimate Pinball. Oh, I never really found out, Jimmy, why Whirlwind is your favorite. Is there anything about it that you like, or it's just a really cool machine? Because I know sometimes people will say, like, the thing that they like about it, about pinball machines, are the, like, options and the, like, the special missions you can do. Lots of flash animations. Cool. All right, let's see if it's gonna work. Oh. Hey, there we go. Has a spinning disc in the middle and the... Oh, wait, I think I know that machine. I might actually know the machine you're talking about, Jimmy. Super Double Dragon. So y'all want to hear something kind of cool about this game? From what I understand, the actual release of this game was very, like, rushed, and there's, like, a ton of stuff that was supposed to be in the game, including like cutscenes and, like, special music and all kinds of other stuff that was just, like, unfortunately cut from the game. I don't remember if it was in both versions or just the American version, but if you the cutting room floor article for this game is a particularly interesting read. But one of the most exciting things about it for me in particular is that the composer of this is technically Double Dragon 4, but it's just called Super Double Dragon. Yeah, the composer of this for this game created, like, or he recorded his original, like, uncompressed audio for all of the music, and the cutting room floor was able to, like, track down that recording, and so you can hear the original, like, the original synthesizer version of all of the music from this game, and it's really good. It's super cool to hear. So I would recommend it if you like weird stuff about video games that was taken out of the games. And I love that kind of stuff. That guy just hit himself in the face with the boomerang. But yeah, there's apparently a ton of stuff that was supposed to exist in this, in this game that was just left out. I mean, like stuff like basic things about the setting of the game. Like, did you know that apparently we're on our way to rescue a policewoman named Marion who was kidnapped? I didn't. You find that out at the very end of the game when they just mention her. They're like, hey, by the way, you rescued Marion. And it's like, oh, good. Was that something I was trying to accomplish? Yeah, I really like this one. This is one that I used to play with a good friend of mine all the time. It's a lot easier with two people, though. Doggone it, I want to go up there. I want to go up on top of the slot machines. Well, I'm up here. One of the funniest things about this game is how, like, imprecise a lot of the, like, positioning is. And so you can really kind of, like, cheese a lot of things about this game. Like, this guy is cheesing me with his swords right now. That's the kind of stuff I like to do to them, not when they do it to me. It's not as much fun when they do it to me. That involves me getting hurt. But, like, here's an example of a way in which this game's release could have been better handled. Did you know that there's a hidden options menu in this game? And it's not like a cheat or anything. It's just the regular options menu. You have to hold, I think, L and R and push select on the title screen, not the screen where you decide which version of the game you're going to play. I don't know why that's the case. I think that's this game. That may be a different game, but I want to say that that's this game. Ow, no, don't punch me. I'm cool. I'm Bimmy Lee. No! How dare you beat up Bimmy Lee? I'm doing really badly, by the way. I'm making this game look way harder than it actually is. It's not a very hard game. Well, okay, now let me put that differently. It's not that it's an easy game. It's just not hard. It shouldn't be hard at this point. I'm doing terribly. But maybe it's because I'm talking to all of you, or maybe it's because I have COVID, or maybe it's because I'm secretly super bad. Semi-related to the whole COVID thing, I have to do a recording this weekend. I really hope I can get my voice back in order in time to do some recording. Because like nothing's gonna go up on the channel tomorrow because I'm out of recorded videos. I thought I'd recorded enough before my trip, but I had not. That's unfortunate. Give me that boomerang. Hey, 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 hey. Let's all dance. Let's all dance together. Give me the boomerang. Oh, he threw it. I want to knock it out of his hands. Ow, stop. I think one of the things that always struck me as odd in this game, or as odd about this game compared to like other beat 'em up games, is how like slow it is. It's a very like ponderous game in terms of the movements. You know, everything's very slow and deliberate. And oh, it's different because I had played like, you know, Final Fight and Streets of Rage before this, and like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and stuff, which are much more like active beat 'em up games. And then this one's just all like heavy hits and deliberation. That's what they should have put on the also forgot to change this. I'm not playing Kirby Superstar anymore. Edit, I'm playing I'm not playing Kirby Superstar. I'm playing Super Double Bargain. Yeah. There we go. No, I'm gonna change this. Sorry. Super Double. Ever since that on my birthday stream, and that person showed up and they're like, "Oh man, I feel lied to. I thought this was gonna be Super Mario World," and it was like Super Metroid because I just forgot to change it. I was like, "Oh, I don't want to lie to people. I just forgot. I just forgot to change it because it was in the middle of a stream." Unprofessional of me, to say the least. Ow! I was gonna spin kick you. Yeah. Eat it. Oh no! It's that man. I want to say my friend and I used to call him Calvin Klein. It's Calvin Klein. He's here to sell us some clothing. Ow! Doggone it. Enough with all the lies. I know, right? The least trustworthy of all streamers. But yeah, this guy was supposed to have like an introduction scene and like you're supposed to be able to like talk to him afterward and all kinds of stuff. He had like a portrait. I'll take it out. I'll take it out of the final release. Doggone it. I'm gonna game over on the first level at this point. I did. Look at that. It's a big old game over on the first stage. Ugh. Maybe we will play game 1. Calvin Decline, more like it. Dang! But yeah, when you find out that there was supposed to be like a continuous story, the game makes more sense. Because like right now the idea is that Marion was abducted from Las Vegas. And so we found like the local crime syndicate and we were supposed to interrogate them. And then we immediately we find out that she's been taken to another country. So we wind up at the airport. Like it makes so much sense once you find out that there was supposed to be a story, but without the story, it's just like, oh, now I'm somewhere else, you know? It's kind of a shame. It's the same thing with that Taito game, the Ninja Warriors, which I did a series on a while back. I feel like that game also was supposed to have like a more cohesive story, but because there's nothing really explaining things in the game, I kind of had to just make up my own, really. So I got like I have like a story in my mind, like I've got a headcanon story, but as for the actual game, I don't think there's any story. I don't know, it's just sort of funny. Like that's one of the reasons why I really like websites like the Cutting Room Floor, because I love to find out about things that were like, oh, this would have made the game this way or that way or whatever. You know, it's like, oh, this would have explained this or that. Like, did you know gaming? In the game Monster Party for the NES, there's famously one of the first bosses you fight is you walk into his boss room and he just says, "Sorry, I'm already dead." And it's like this weird looking kind of like squished bug thing that has like flies flying around it. And you're like, oh, okay, it's just like a gag. Apparently, not only was that a gag, it was a specific reference to like this toy, which was popular in Japan, but had no American release, so the joke fell flat in America. And like, I found out about that through one of those websites. It's super cool. I like that kind of thing. I like learning about stuff like that, because I'm a big old video game nerd and I like learning things. It's also why I like Did You Know Gaming. For all that, I feel like most of what Did You Know Gaming does nowadays is like translation and like explaining leaks and stuff, which is not as exciting to me. I mean, I get it. They've been going for years and they probably ran out of like cool new facts to figure out that weren't like, you know, didn't require translating an obscure magazine from the 90s or something. jump on these? Can I jump on these chairs? Down the stairs. Gentlemen. Oh no, they crested the stairs. Ah! Don't knock me down the stairs, I'm cool. Only lame people get knocked down the stairs. No! Not down the stairs! This game is way easier with 2 people. I'm still more used to playing it with my friend than on my own. Oh, so you see I've got that little bar, that little red bar? I'm charging that by holding L and R. When you charge it all the way up, you go into super mode. Ah! Punch! Oh, punch! You can just like do this for a little bit, and every punch you hit is a knockdown, and it's awesome. And then a guy beats you up, and it's super cool. Guy beats you up, and it's super cool. His super mode face. Yeah. We used to call, like when I was a kid, we would call that constipation mode. That's what we called it. Is I gotta go into constipation mode. The sword guys are the worst. Oh! Oh, did you see me stop your World War I stick bomb? Or World War II stick bomb? Are you a Nazi, sir? He's like, yeah, I'm a Nazi. Can't you tell from my Nazi regalia? Don't I look like a Nazi with my rising sun headband and white clothing? You feel like you're making fun of me, sir. I am. You would be right. I don't want to be up here. Prepare yourself for more constipation mode. It's coming. But yeah, you hear how good this music is? Imagine how good it would sound uncompressed. Go check that article. Y'all have homework. Go listen to that music. It's good. It's really good. Oh, it's so good. What's also exciting about it was that so over my vacation, one of the things I worked on, Blackvoot, who some of y'all might know from either his Twitch page or from Ian Brutalmoose's streams. Blackvoot is also a streamer. He's a multi-talented individual. He's an artist. He's a musician. He's all kinds of things. But he came up with this idea for what is effectively like art prompts, but with music. And he described it as one big jam. And his idea was he would provide people with a short little MIDI bit, like what he described as a musical seed, that then you could make into whatever you wanted. And once everybody had submitted theirs, the plan was for him to have a stream where he listened to all of them and then strung them all together. And unfortunately for me, that was on Monday. I was in no shape to be sitting in on the stream. But I did produce my song anyway. As I may have mentioned to y'all before, I make all of my music in this program called Korg Gadget 3. It's an iPad, or it's an iOS specific program. I wish it was available on other things, but it's only really on iOS. Excuse me, it's on iOS and Linux. It's just not on Windows. It's just not on Windows. Oh yeah, you like it? Well, that is the song that I submitted to the One Big Jam. And I was very pleased with how it came out. For reference, the actual musical seed is the first two measure, or the first measure And then the third measure, or the musical seat I was provided. And then the rest of it was stuff I made up. Yeah, it came out very well. But anyway, so Korg Gadget, the way it works is that you download what they call gadgets, which are like themed synthesizer programs. So like you might get one that's supposed to be designed for like bass sounds, or one that's supposed to sound very like techno-y or something like that, or one that has mostly like audio clips or sound effects, that kind of thing. And you kind of put them all together to make your music. Well, what's really cool though, that I didn't know at the time, is that like I didn't know who Korg was. Korg is apparently a very famous synthesizer producer. They've been around for a long time. And they produced, back in the 90s, they had something called the M1 synthesizer. Turns out the M1 synthesizer is what almost all of the video game music I'm familiar with was produced on. So when I found out that you could just get that for Korg Gadget and make like video game music that sounds authentic, I was really excited. Suffice it to say, I haven't actually made a song yet using the M1 synthesizer. I've played around with it a little bit, but I haven't actually made a groove to it yet. But man, it's so cool. It's so cool to be able to... Oh, and then to finish the thought about the music from this game, the music that I was talking about on the cutting room floor that is uncompressed is on an M1 synthesizer. There you go. That was a very long walk to get to that. Thank you for listening. These guys all have names, by the way. Like, I want to say that the guys that have the headband are called, like, Roper or something. And I think the guys with the long hair are called Williams. And this is Calvin Klein. More like Calvin D. Klein, am I right? It was a good joke, that's why I stole it. It's been a fair time. Oh, well, there you go. Cyber knows. Cyber is an experienced musician. Yeah, Korg Gadget is apparently available for anything except Windows. Actually, to add insult to injury, Korg made available all of the gadgets, but just not the program that allows you to use them. So all of the gadgets are available on Windows, but the actual program isn't. It just feels like they're specifically doing it to torture me, frankly. That's how I feel. I feel personally attacked by the Korg company. Ow, ow, ow. Da. Da. Oh, since somebody brought up the recent groove, I will say that there are others coming out. I've got, like, I think 2 more that are already ready to go. Yeah, it's like, they made all the samples and, like, the audio available through these gadgets, and supposedly you can just import them into other DAWs. But, I mean, the thing that I like about Korg Gadget on the iPad is that it's easy to use. Like, I've tried using other, DAWs, and I don't like them as much. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm just not used to using DAWs. But I couldn't I couldn't figure them out. I tried Fruity Loops. I tried FL Studio briefly, which I think is the modern version of Fruity Loops. It was still overwhelming, though. You know what I think it probably comes down to is it's the same way people are about Blender when they first Digital Audio Workstation is what DAW stands for. I think it's the same way people are about Blender when they first try Blender. Is it feels very intimidating when you don't know what's going on. And then you figure it out and you're like, oh, okay, well, you can do this and this and this. Whew. I gotta say, I am getting a little worn out from talking. Maybe streaming was Maybe I should have tried to be a little bit more careful with my talkie, but yeah, my chest is starting to get a little tired here. So we may call it a little early. Oh, sweet. I think this is the song from the first level in Double Dragon 1. I know it's from Double Dragon 1, but I can't remember where. Yeah. The nunchucks are so ridiculous. You do so much damage with the nunchucks. There's a part of this song that I really want you all to hear, though. Wait, here it is. Wasn't that good? Oh, it's so good. And you can listen to it uncompressed over on the cutting room floor, just saying. Wheelie, 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 wheelie. Did I tell y'all that I wrote the lyrics for a well, this is gonna make it sound like it's official. It's not official. But I wrote an NSP song. So for those who don't know, good boy Dan Avedon from Game Grumps is the singer for a fairly famous band called Ninja Sex Party, aka NSP. They're a comedy band. And he's brought it up multiple times over the years on Game Grumps. And while I was watching an old series not too terribly long ago, he mentioned that there was a one of the many songs that his bandmate Ninja Brian has wanted to write for many, many years. Is a song, but allow me to preface this by saying that, as you might expect from the name like Ninja Sex Party, a lot of their songs have to do with sexy themes. So know that going into it. Anyway, the song title was really all they had, and that song title was Zombie Handjob. Yes, they wanted to make a song called Zombie Handjob. And for whatever reason, when I heard that, it just kind of stuck in my head. So I wrote it. I wrote the lyrics for a song called Zombie Handjob. And I put them in the comments on the video. So if you want to go read that, it's Super Mario 64 episode 20. Go enjoy. Thank you for listening. It's a shame that series is like 9 years old. No one will ever see it. Oh well. I don't know, it was one of those things where like I think it was kind of like a challenge accepted kind of thing, because I mean, Dan mentioned that like they hadn't been able to come up with anything for it, and I was like, I bet I could come up with something. Hope you had that song to your recipe. Yeah, I know, right? My discography. Please credit me as the lyricist on Zombie Handjob. I deserve attention. Get in the hole. Is there anything so much fun in a beat-em-up game as knocking someone into a hole? I love getting to do that. Like when you can throw an enemy off an elevator or like knock him into a hole for like a quick kill or something. It just makes you feel cool. Like get in that hole. Oh yeah? Yeah? Oh, that didn't work. Again, speaking to the idea that there was supposed to be a plot to this game, I want to say that this guy was like the head of the crime syndicate in China, So like we came to China to try and find Marion, and then we immediately went to this guy's place, and he's like trying to defend his dojo from us. So he's like supposed to be a big deal, but in the end he just kind of comes across as like another guy, you know? I don't know, it's a shame. I feel like this game could have been much cooler if it just had the plot it was supposed to have, instead of just being a beat 'em up. Well, I'm sure some people would say that, you know, plot has no place in a beat 'em up, so. Yeah, kicking a Bobo off the conveyor. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Feels cool. I think for me, one of my favorite things to do would be to like, sorry, nose is still giving me fits. I think it's Streets of Rage 2, or is it 2 or 1? I think it's 2. There's the bridge level where there's like holes in the bridge, and Bibby only does one thing: walk right, and punch. Yeah, I do punch an awful lot. The kick is so much slower, and it doesn't really do that much more damage. What was I saying? Yeah, there's a level in, I think, Streets of Rage 2 where there's like this bridge that's under construction, and you can like grab dudes and then throw them into the pit, and it feels so cool. You're like, oh, I'm so smart and amazing. I just did that. Did you see me do that? Oh, that's what it was. These guys are supposed to be the other double dragons. That's what it was. The two bosses of this stage are supposed to be, they claim that they are the double dragons. And so it's like two dudes. And we're beating them up because we're like, no, we're the double dragons. We're from America. And he's like, I'm the double dragon. I'm from China. I don't know. Could have been a contender, man. It could have been so much more interesting. Yeah, it just feels cool. I don't know. You know what's a game that's really good for that is, it's a completely different type of game, but the Super Nintendo Goof Troop game has a lot of that cool, like, I used the environment to my advantage kind of thing. Randy and Andy, the Dragon Twins. Now I'm on a semi-truck. Here we go. This is safe. We appear to be in like Las Vegas now, so maybe that wasn't actually China. I don't really know. This definitely looks like we're on the Golden Gate Bridge or something. See how good this song is. I'm gonna keep talking about the music because I think it's so cool that you can hear it uncompressed in its original state. I love how they just wait. They just hang out there like, oh man, that looks rough. Should we help him? No, he'll figure it out. Have I ever played River City Ransom? You know, regrettably, no. I know about it. I played Renegade. Renegade's a lot harder. And I've seen people play River City Ransom, and I've played a little bit of River City Girls. Like, I'm really interested in the Kunio-kun mythology, but I haven't actually played many of the games. But I've heard that it's an excellent game. Would that make a good series? Anybody out there who's familiar with that game? Would that make for a good, like, YouTube series? Because I wouldn't mind playing it. I'd be playing it like blind, but if so, I might try that. Doggone it. Ugh. Zero Ransom was great. Has RPG elements. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Ah. Okay, another question for the audience. Do you have a favorite beat 'em up game? Like, is there a beat 'em up game that like resonates the best with you? This is why you shouldn't have been on the backside of a semi-truck, Bimmy. This clown guy shows up. There he is. Freaking clown guy. He's actually just here to harass you. He'll just walk away after a while. See? There he goes. He's just peacing out. Come on, throw the freaking steel drum. Do it. You like the Aliens vs. Predator arcade game is good. It's a good choice. It's a good one. TMNT is king. Yeah, I'd probably be lame and say that Turtles 2 is the one that has the most nostalgia for me. Captain Commando is good. Although, have you ever seen the arcade version of Captain Commando? It's like way more violent. How more Violent Storm? Is that the one with like the beast people? Where you like transform into beasts? But yeah, like the arcade version of Captain Commando has like way more violence in it. It's a street beat 'em up. Okay. What's exciting about it for you? Like what's engaging? That was another series I was planning to do at some point. Was like the same sort of thing I did with the pinball games series on YouTube, where I would just like play beat 'em up games, because there are a ton of them, and I would love to share some of the weird ones. I've got a bunch of weird ones. Throw your freaking knife, dude. Come on. Throw your shot. Come on, throw it. Throw your knife. Throw the knife. I'm preoccupied by the knife. Throw the knife. Throw it. Throw it. I'm just gonna beat up your friends until you throw the frickin' knife. Doggone it! I hate you, Williams. Get over here. I'm gonna beat you up specifically. Oh no, X-Men. X-Men's definitely the one that's most nostalgic for me. I loved playing that at the skating rink that near my house. I never actually had the D&D one. I know, like the Tower of Doom and what was the other one called? Not Skies Over Mistara. That was Skies Over Mistara was the remake, I think. Is that it? I got 3 more credits? How do I have so many credits? That sweet throw animation. It's 1 frame. Bro. Bro. Imagine how much it would hurt to get hit in the face with what are they? Oil drum. Oil drum is the word I'm looking for. It really hurt. I tried playing one of those D&D beat 'em ups, but I don't know. I think I expected too much from it. I think it'd been overhyped for me. Yeah, man, I loved the X-Men beat 'em up. What was particularly funny about the X-Men beat 'em up is that, like, by the time that I was playing the X-Men beat 'em up, the X-Men TV show, like the cartoon show, that show, it was definitely already out, and the character designs for the arcade machine were the older designs for the X-Men. So like I was used to the X-Men from the TV show. So when I saw the X-Men in the arcade game, I'm like, who is Colossus? Who's Dazzler? He's like, who are these people? Why is Wolverine brown? He's supposed to be yellow and blue. Bad news for you, friends. I got my nunchucks again. Can't stop this guy. Can't stop me from dancing. You know, I don't think Linda's in this game, actually. Linda is the female thug that you usually see in other Double Dragon games. Oh, we did beat the Simpsons arcade game at MoeCon. Yeah, we did. That's good memories. That is good memories. We gotta do that again. We gotta have another MoeCon. Preferably not when I have COVID. Linda finally had enough. Yeah. I get it. I get it. You know, 3 games is enough. Oh, they took away my nunchucks. I like my nunchucks. My nunchaku. Maybe I just go down. Can I just go down there? I think we're almost to the level where we get the really cool palette swaps. There's this one palette swap of the Roper enemy, the guy I'm fighting right now, that I really like. It's like a kind of like a teal color. It's nice. You come to Germany. Yeah. Go visit my sister. Everyone else would have to go to Germany though. That's the trick, is that it happens wherever I am, so. Actually, that would be pretty funny if someone had like a convention for their fans and then they weren't there. Remind me again where you are, Cornfed. You're in Frankfurt? Just punching this dude in the nuts. He's just like, yeah! Did you see his pose? He was just like super stoked about it. Freaking clown dude. Why is he a clown? I mean, he's clearly like a clown, right? Is he like a wrestler? Look at him. Dude's a clown. Isn't Oktoberfest in September in Germany, or is it in November? I want to say I recall hearing that it's not actually in October. What are you doing, dude? Stop that. Freaking weirdo. Stop turning into Sonic the Hedgehog. The fat clown version. Stop turning into the fat clown version of Sonic the Hedgehog. Something I don't really want to see, I must admit. It starts in September and then goes into early October. That's fair, I guess. It's one of those situations where it's like named after like the point at which it ends rather than the point at which it begins. You know, y'all, we're just gonna keep playing Double Dragon. We're like over halfway through the game at this point. We're just gonna keep going. I don't know if I'll be able to beat the game or not, but we're gonna just keep playing. I got no reason to stop. Oh, it originally was in October? Oh, I didn't know that. Ow. Stop it, fat clown Sonic the Hedgehog. Nice. Good job, dude. You did it. I like this song. I don't really know where we are. The Grand Canyon? I'm not really sure. Actually, one of the most perilous things in the entire game is in this level. And it's the same thing that happens in the woods in the first Double Dragon as well. Basically, it's a jump you have to make in a game without really very good jumping controls. This guy's just got a rock. He just has a rock. I love it. It's so funny to me. Oh, hey, he's got the teal outfit I was talking about. Doesn't he look good? Bro's got a nice outfit. Ooh, that's a hole I can throw people into. I want to throw people in that hole. Get in the hole. Yeah! No, not me. Not me. I don't need to go in the hole. You need to go in the hole. Come here, buddy. So if you can accomplish the little, like, spin move that I was trying to do, you can get them into, like, dizzy status quicker. No! No, 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 no! Oh, okay. I'm going it. No! Not me. I'm not gonna go down there. You're gonna go down there. Enjoy your trip! I feel like a cool guy. I murdered someone with a hole. Ow! Then I got stabbed for it. Two men with one knife. Amazing. That's Bimmy Lee quality. Actually, is this Bimmy or is this Jimmy? Which one's the blue one? I think Bimmy is the blue one, right? No? Will you make it? Ah, not. Just barely didn't make it in the hole. I'll have to give him a helping hand. Ow, ow. Hang on. Get in there. Nice. This is so hard. It doesn't look like it's that far, but it's super easy to mess this up. Yeah. You can make it. I just didn't. Oh, can I recommend another beat 'em up game to y'all? There was a game, I'm gonna do a series on this eventually, so if you're not interested in trying it, you'll see it eventually, but there was a beat 'em up game called Fight and Rage. I originally played it on Switch years ago, but It's pretty good, actually. I really like it a lot. I would say the one big complaint I have about it is that it does the it has like by default it has this graphics mode which is supposed to it's supposed to be like CRT mode, you know, it's supposed to look more like an old TV. It just doesn't. It looks terrible. So just turn that off and your eyes will thank you for it. But it's a cool game. I like it. It's got like branching paths and like a storyline with like dialogue and stuff. It's cool. It's also got really good music by a man named Gonzalo Varela. I know that because he's credited at the beginning of the game every time you start it up. It's just like music by Gonzalo Varela. Yeah, I mean, it's just the high stakes, I think. Like, I don't have a problem with like platforming sections in like beat 'em up games as long as you're not threatened with instant death if you screw it up, you know? That's kind of a bummer. I seem to recall we called this guy MC Hammer when I was playing this as a child. This is MC Hammer, just so you know. Those are in fact hammer pants. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna dispute that. Like, the games are definitely not designed for jumping. I want to say there was something like that in Dragon's Crown that I hated too. Like some jumping puzzle or something that you had to do, and it was just a pain to do with certain characters. Is there anything cooler in like a video game like this than like having the title screen music start playing in a level? You're like, oh my gosh, this level must be very important if the title screen music is playing. Whoa. That said, this isn't a very good song, but it is cool that it's the title screen. Do the Hammer Brothers from Super Mario also wear hammer pants? Yes, but only when off camera. They take off they take off their pads whenever Mario comes around to maintain solidarity with the other Koopas. Either they wear hammer pants, but only inside their shells. Guy's not good at using his swords. No, he's not. I'm also not very good at using my feet, so there you go. I really probably should use kicks more often, but punches work so well. Oh no, it's the Double Dragons again. It's the ketchup and mustard Double Dragons. Why do they look like they're covered in ketchup and mustard? Gentlemen, why do you look like that? What? It might be time. Doggone it, my nose. Yeah. It might be time to go into constipation mode again. Oh! Everybody gets a punch because I had too much cheese today. I'm very backed up and it's got me mad. I know what I was just saying about like the whole it's cool when you get to hear like the title screen music in a level, but this title screen song is wearing kind of thin on me at this point. Ooh, he went. Hey. Doggone it. This guy. Ow. Oh yeah, that's the thing about these guys, that you can't grab them. Like when you try and grab them, they actually get out of it. Oh. All right, this is obviously an elevator. Come on. There we go. Yeah. Are people gonna drop down? Oh, they're gonna just walk towards me. I know you're gonna throw it. I know you're gonna throw it. There it is. Ooh, it bounced off the wall. The wall? The non-existent wall? That was nice of it. He's like, oh, hey, it's my knife. Thanks for giving that back to me, buddy. Here's another dumb question. Do y'all like palette swaps? I feel like I've made it very clear on my channel that I really like palette swaps in video games. There's just something fun about seeing characters with like different colors. I don't know. I like it. It's like, ooh, palette swap. Nice. It just makes you feel like you're further along in the game somehow. I guess because that you are, because you're seeing palette swaps, but... Ah! I want to say that every enemy type has some sort of special thing about them, like some special move. Some special move. Like how Roper here can do his little, like, slide kick. I think the Williams guys do more damage after they've been thrown or something. Something like that. I don't remember what it is, but... You found annoying in Street Fighter when you chose the wrong color. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Oh snap, this looks important. Gentlemen. Oh, I'm doing this now. Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you for stabbing your friend. I appreciate that. I need all the help I can get, Rick, frankly. I think the boss of this game is called Duke, maybe? Something like that. I think his name's Duke. Probably should have saved that, but it's fine. I wonder if Double Dragon invented the classic, like, beat 'em up game thing of, like, the final boss is a guy with a gun. Because, like, the second to last boss in Double Dragon is a guy with a gun. And I feel like the same thing is true in Final Fight. It's true in Streets of Rage. It's true in a bunch of other beat 'em ups. I just feel like that's kind of like the thing, is that it's always like a guy with a gun at the end. I don't want a bison to be yellow. Yeah. Either that, or you have the situation where, like, the alternate color is just like a paler version of the character you want to play as. I think that's what they did in the first Mortal Kombat. Is that like they would you choose like if both people chose Scorpion, for example, you'd have like regular Scorpion and then like pale Scorpion, faded Scorpion. Wasn't really that into that. So give me a full palette swap if you're gonna give me a palette swap. Oh no, Calvin Klein is back. And his brother, other Calvin Klein. Spare Calvin Klein. Doggone it. Could have used that. Oh, it landed. Okay, let me see. Yeah, there it is. Nice. Here you go. Ow. Have you ever gone back and played like the original Mortal Kombat? It's a weird game. Like, it's definitely one of those games that's like before they knew it was going to kind of take off. And so it's very, it feels like it's very referential, I guess, of like cheesy kung fu movies. And it's just a very strange game if you go back and look at it. I used to play it a lot with a friend of mine, so he was way better at it than I was. I've never been good at fighting games. I panic too much. I start to freak out. Ow, jeez, guys. What is that blocking pose where he just like holds his hand behind his ear? Give me your... There we go. Alright. Bloop. Eat that, second MC Hammer. It's hammer time again. Hammer time involves me beating you up. It's not the hammer time you wanted, but it's the hammer time you deserve. Bimmy Lee's like, you're gonna get hammered, MC. And he's like, call HR. Ah! Usually go to Mortal Kombat 3? Oh. I feel like Mortal Kombat, of the first 3 games, Mortal Kombat 3 is the one I played the least. I think the one that I liked the most of the first 3 was 2. I really liked the Outworld setting. You actually imported MK3 from the US back in the day. Was it not for sale in Canada? Oh, with Chrono Trigger. Oh, Chrono Trigger's so good, though. Ow, guys, ow! Stop! I'm Bibby Lee, leave me alone! That would have been back when you were still in Canada, right? Or was this in Germany? Oh, you're already in Germany? Yeah, well, I get it. Oh, gee. Okay, this guy. I think this guy's name is Duke. And he is the final boss, so this is the end of the game. Can I beat him with punches? Many punches. You know, if any enemy ever figured out how to do just a basic counter to a punch, I would be done for. The best they can figure out is blocking. But, like, nobody figures out to just be like, oh, I'll just catch his arm as he punches at me. Like, nah, Bibby really pulls his arm back fast. No frames of animation for the retraction of his fist. Oh, jeez. I remember being kind of disappointed when I found out that this guy was like the final boss. Because he just doesn't... I don't feel like he fits, kind of, you know? Like, this is the final... Did that guy just threw a knife at his own boss? We got some unwanted workplace aggression here. Oh, jeez. What was that now? Ow. Whoa. Fancy moves. Special moves. Sorry, I'm getting quiet. I'm just trying to finish this. Whoa, that was cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, this guy's got moves. Got special moves. But he just doesn't look the part, I feel like. I feel like I'm just sparring with another guy at the gym right now. Does have an awful lot of health, though. Oh-ho! I was about to make fun of him for that. I was about to be like, maybe it'll work this time, and then he actually dodged it. Cleverly. On it. How much HP does this guy have? Maybe I should introduce him to constipation mode. I ate too much cheese! Oh, jeez. Okay, well, constipation mode didn't really help me out at all. If anything, it made me overconfident. Oh, did I get him? It's in slow motion. Yeah, baby. That's it. That's the end of the game. After Duke and the Shadow Warriors were eliminated from the town, Billy and Jimmy have not been seen, but their heroics will live on forever as the legend of the Double Dragon's possessive. There you go. And that was Super Double Dragon. I mean, it's fine. Again, I think it would have been way better if we'd gotten to see the full storyline of it, but there you go. I didn't even mention Marion now that I think about it. It just says that Bimmy and Jimmy disappeared. Y'all got an extra 30 minutes out of me. Anything else? I think that's it. Then they'll just start over. The end. I remember how excited I was when I found Double Dragon 5. I was like, oh my gosh, another Double Dragon game, because I liked, you know, Double Dragon 1, and I liked Double Dragon this one, or Super Double Dragon. And then Double Dragon 5 was like a fighting game based on the cartoon, and I was like, oh, this isn't as good. Anything else? Buttons. Nope. Okay, it's frozen. Well, anyway, that's all for tonight. I'm back, baby. Next time I stream, if assuming my voice is recovered and my body is recovered, we'll try to get back to either Legacy of the Rudra or Resident Evil. But for now, that is all. I am the MoeChicken. This has been Kirby Superstar for a little while, and then Scary Pinball Game, and then Super Double Dragon. Thanks for stopping by.